morning, everybody. I'm Catherine Martin. I'm your local Green Party TD. I know there are a number of politicians represented here, and those who couldn't make it have their representatives here too. Because the main thing about Glenalbyn is that no political party owns it. You need complete cross-party support for this for it to happen. And I'm willing, and always have been willing, to work right across political parties of an independence to make sure you get your pool. But firstly, I just want to commend you, as I said to Karen, the community effort here, especially in leading up to today, the posters, I've been watching the distribution of leaflets, fair play and well done. I was elected to Stillorgan County Council 5 years ago, 6 months after your pool was closed, 4 months after you were given a commitment of 10 million that was ring fenced. Never in my wildest dreams did I think here in June 2019 it would remain unclosed. I have a huge issue with the process of money being ring fenced, a commitment being given, and you still being here without your pool. But even bigger than that, I think there's a real transparency issue in the mediation process. I know that there are numerous politicians like myself, again cross-party, who've been asking about, I see Melissa Halpin here, and John Kennedy from Finnegan, who are asking about this mediation process, what's going on. And I keep getting back, this is a sort of confidential process and we can't tell you what's happening. But there are politicians who seem to be finding out what's happening. So I don't appreciate one rule for one set of politicians and another rule for others. I believe everyone, the entire community, and all elected public representatives, we were elected to represent you, we should all be kept in the process. And it's well over a year and a half since that mediation. It's over a year and a half since that mediation process started. I don't know what's happening. And I was elected as your TD in February 2016, and Karen can tell you I'm constantly on to Glenalbyn, and I'm being told it's a confidential process. But then I hear from others, well, we've been told that. So I think a demand should be transparency. And of course the demand is to reopen Glenalbyn swimming pool. My 3 children here and coming over here today have said, why is this pool closed? You know, out of the mouth of babes.
It's confidential so long as you want to keep control of it. Yeah, so long as you want to keep the pool closed, it's controlled. Yeah. And it's private.
And it's a never-ending process.
Yes.
How long does the mediation have to go on without getting an update?
People are without power now. It's like, you know, he's...
No, we're not. No.
Speak up. Exactly.
This is the people power, and you know, when I was a councillor and as your TD, I'm committed to backing you all the way. I'm 100% behind you. We have a childhood obesity crisis, and we've had 5 years without access to that swimming pool. We need it for all age groups, all generations. We need access to it. Fully committed to that.
I mean, Catherine updated you on a lot of this. I think it is incredibly frustrating as councillors not to be able to find out what's happening and to have had it just unilaterally removed from the capital programme last spring. I think it's brilliant that there's a good turnout today, and we have to start now to get it back into the capital programme next spring. It has to be, because their excuse at the end of the day was that, well, this year is going out. Now we obviously know that if you take it out 1 year, it's going to be a battle to get back in. But they did say, well, it won't hold anything up this year, we will still move ahead with the project. But it's not on that programme, and it needs to get back on there, and the only way to do that is by mobilising like you're doing this now, and not giving up, and starting now for next spring. Because it'll be basically either February or March next year. Keeping the pressure on for now.
We've been 7 years in negotiations, so the latest round of negotiations includes 18 months of mediated negotiations, which have actually, as Catherine Martin did say, have taken away the ability of your local TDs and councillors to get any information, completely confidential, except one minister who can actually brief the Irish Times on progress of meetings and progress of when it will end. So everyone, all parties and the people in the area need to know and need an update on when the negotiations and mediations will end and when a final decision will be made in relation to the future of the pool. I fully support, and a lot a lot of the Fine Gael, a lot of the Fine Gael councils will fully support the reopening of the pool. There is, as again, the transfer of Dún Laoghaire Harbour to Dún Laoghaire Rathdown has brought up to 30 million in liability, so that has caused a huge problem in funding. But the management of Dún Laoghaire Rathdown have said if a mediation agreement and an agreement between Kilmacud Crokes and the council is resolved, they will find the funding and the money. So there is a promise there from the cross party and all the councillors and also the management to progress the pool once a mediation and once an agreement is found.
Has the EGM happened yet?
Of Kilmacud Crokes? No, I don't have any plans for the EGM. We're asking for an update. When are the mediation talks? When is the next mediation talk? What have you talked about? When is the next one happening? And we've been told quite clearly it is a confidentiality matter. We've signed confidentiality agreements. We cannot comment on the mediation process. That's what we've been told. That's very frustrating for us and for all the people who are asking us what's going on. So we understand someone mentioned a date of April. I am not aware of any end date. And there's a little bit of an issue if the mediation keeps going on and on and on and on. But finish up and say we're fully supportive of you. We'll be here at every protest going forward. I think we need to keep. My view is a public meeting is another issue that maybe we should look at, because there's some councillors from different parties who aren't coming up here. But you need to get a pledge, and you need to get your councillors to sign a pledge to have the pool reopened, because you need to hold us to account. You did a number of weeks ago in the election, but you need to hold us to account. Coming to a protest is good, but you only get 30 seconds of our time. You need to have a meeting, you need to put us up in front of a crowd of 200 people and ask tough questions of all the councillors. The mediation process is still ongoing with no conclusive end date. You need to go and address that. You need to email your councillors and TDs.
All of the elected councillors voted for the mediation process to come to. We did on the 11th of February in the council chamber. Everybody voted for the mediation process to come to an end at the end of April.
Well,
so do our elected councillors have any say in anything? And what's the point of elected councillors?
Not when the mediation process is outside control of the council. It's appointed by the Minister for Sport. So we can pass motions to say it should come back before the end of April, which we obviously have. It hasn't, and it will continue to trundle along until, and I don't want to become party political, until the Minister for Sport decides to bring that process to an end.
What can the people here do today to get things going?
We need to email
the Minister for Sport.
The Minister for Sport and ask him for an update on the mediation process. He seems to be able to brief the Irish Times when meetings are happening, but not the local councils and not the local community. So we need to bring that process to an end, come with a final agreement, it will come to the council, it will come to an EGM at Kilmacud Crokes, and then decisions are made. And at that stage, we can move on with the pool. That's what needs to happen. The mediation process needs to end within the next few weeks with an agreement.
Update you that my own perspective is that a government funding award needs to be made, and I put forward a request for large scale supporting student funding at the Department of Transport, so the Shane Ross's department. So really for the pool to be reopened, you need a new funding package. The 10 million package was there is now gone, the ring fence package is now gone. It's imperative we actually get a new package arranged, and as part of that package, in my view, we need to get about 4 million at least from the government to reconcile that again. Lockdown too was given 3.8 million by the government before, so there's a precedent there we should be following. And so that's the kind of pressure I'll be putting on the council that we actually have to have that package restored. Means happening, as I said, by next year. I think within the next 2 years we should be able to get the funding package restored to reopen the pool, because when the pressure of Dún Laoghaire Harbour, certainly government funding support is required at this point in time. I fully understand, I fully appreciate. I went to St. Lawrence International School myself. There are 5 primary schools around here. It's imperative we actually get the pool back to restore the sort of school level ability that was there before. And I'm not going to repeat what has been said by other people, but I certainly support the efforts made by other councillors in Carrie Soul, and we'll continue to do that.
Has the EGM happened, and do you know when it's happening?
No, there's no timeline assigned for that yet.
From your feedback, do you know if the members of Kilmacud Crokes actually want Glenalbyn swimming pool?
Some members do and some members don't. I think a lot of already members are actually pressuring councillors themselves to say they want the pool back. They enjoyed having the pool as part of being involved in the club as well. But there will be opposition within the club as well from members.
Do you have a percentage?
No, because only you don't do say an EGM process. That'll be when
there's a problem in that the people that we are looking to mediate on our behalf to get the pool don't want the pool, right? So that is part of the explanation. as to why the mediation goes on and on and on, and nothing happens. Because the people who are supposed to be representing us don't actually want the pool. So what do we have to do in order to get it? It's all about people power. And I think today's mobilisation is a big step forward in that, because there's a lot more people than there was the last time, but we need more again. And the answer to the Crokes dilemma is the same issue, right? We have to win the rank and file of Crokes to put pressure on Crokes on the issue of the pool. So it is all about people power. If we can win the people power battle, the money can be found. Absolutely, the money can be found. I learned to swim in Glenalbyn pool. There's no votes in this for me. Freddie taught me to swim, for those who remember her, in Glenalbyn pool. So my commitment to this is purely because I want to see you get a pool, and because our young people need swimming pools. But I'm telling you, from our battle over Dunleary Baths,
And our old people.
older people, keep building the protest, keep building the movement of people power, and put the real squeeze on your public representatives, and don't accept excuses.
Will be happening. I think it's the second Monday of September. So when we're talking about planning stuff over the next couple of months, this will be all councillors from all areas coming together, and this will be a really good opportunity to put a protest like we did before a few months back outside the actual council chambers. So they're all here and they all see that we are 100% not going away, and we're going to be showing up every time they come together. I think personally it would be a really good one for everyone to come together on, but it's something that Karen and the whole community can agree on before that. But it's one to keep in your heads, second Monday of September. Okay? Thanks guys.
Please, constantly email them, do whatever you can, and if you've got friends who are members of Kilmacud Crokes, please encourage them. This is not just this is not a Crokes against Kilmacud, against the community. This is the entire community, including Kilmacud Crokes members.